Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Gap
I
there.
know. You can sit up here and we'll put your name tag over. Yeah. Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to the April 25th, 2019 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. And I'm going to ask our county engineer to lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance
Thank you. I'm Barb Lewis, President, and to my left is Vice President Jeff Benton. Our clerk today is Sarah DeNovo, and our administrator, Mike Fromer. We can begin.
Resolution number 19-377, in the matter of approving the electronic record of the proceedings from regular meeting held April 22nd, 2019.
So moved.
Second, discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-377. Mr. Merrill is absent this morning. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public comment this morning. Resolution number 19-378, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch numbers CMA PR 0424 and memo transfers in batch numbers MTA PR 0424.
So moved.
Second, discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-378. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have Mr. Horrocks from SourcePoint to speak this morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning,
Good morning.
Commissioner Lewis and Commissioner Benton. Appreciate you having us here. Bob Horrocks representing SourcePoint. With me today are Farah Wah, our Director of Client Services, and Amy Schossler, who's our Director of Community Programs, and board member, former board president David Black. This is I've been coming here for 27 years, probably
27
standing on
years.
this spot. And I want to thank you all for, we come and ask for your support, or we come and we share information, and we certainly have appreciated all of the help and guidance and support that you've given us over the years. It's in thinking about coming here today, I kind of was thinking about the past and all of the growth that we've had in Delaware County since the early 90s. Of course, in our general population, but our older population has grown even faster. And we're kind of unique in that way. I remember when the 2010 census came out, I started getting phone calls from reporters, not just locally, but regionally and around the country, asking us what we were doing in Delaware County. Our Ohio's older population in that 10-year period had grown by 7%. Delaware County's had grown by 81%. And they were asking what was going on. And it wasn't that we were growing older any faster in Delaware County, but it was because of the influx of newly retired folks into the county. And that has continued since the 2000s and up until today, and I'm sure some more in the future. And that's a good thing. We are really unique in that way. A lot of communities, I think, would envy that happening because of all the benefits that accrue economically and for economic development in the county. These folks are bringing in a lifetime of their earnings into the county. They're bringing their 401k plans and their pension plans and the funds from the sale of their former house, and they're spending those dollars here. They're relatively healthy. They're able, financially able to pick up roots and move to a new community. I wish I could tell you that they're coming because of the great services that SourcePoint provides, but I think, as we all know, they're coming to be closer to family, their kids and their grandkids. And but they're spending their dollars here. Us retired and soon-to-be retired folks spend a lot of money on our grandkids, and provide a lot of support to the families. We're built-in babysitters. And unfortunately, some grandparents are now raising their grandchildren because of the opioid crisis and other social factors. So they provide a lot of stability here in our own community. We pay income taxes and sales taxes and property taxes. We're relatively low users of public services. We spend a lot of money. We eat at local restaurants. We volunteer. We volunteer a lot. At SourcePoint alone, last year, our volunteers contributed over $1.5 million in service, just to SourcePoint in just 1 year. And these volunteers are serving, dozens of other community organizations. In addition to all that, just in Social Security and Medicare dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars a year come into Delaware County that gets spent here. Our 3 hospital systems, all that building as they move into the county and building and creating thousands of jobs, that's not by accident. They're looking at the same demographics that we are, and they know that older folks tend to be heavier users of healthcare services, and so that's another benefit that's accruing to us. So I guess my message is that as we plan as a community for the future and plan for our own economic development here, that we don't discount this population, that we kind of think about how can we make Delaware County a great place to live and for everybody. About a year ago, you all endorsed our efforts to develop a new project, a 5-year effort called Age-Friendly Delaware County. And so I thought it would be appropriate, as we're approaching Older Americans Month next month, to come and give you a brief update of that effort. It's much beyond what you would typically think of SourcePoint for in terms of social services. This is a much broader community-wide effort to make Delaware County a great place to live for older folks. Just not now, but into the future. And so I've asked Amy to come. She's been working on this age-friendly effort along with our friends at the Delaware County Health Department. And we wanted to just give you an update and tell you where we are and where we're going.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. So Age-Friendly was started by the World Health Organization, and it is truly all over the world. More and more age-friendly communities are popping up throughout Ohio, throughout the country, and now there are even age-friendly states that have adopted this culture of improving the livability of a community for everyone who lives there, no matter what age. In order for a community to be considered age-friendly and to be accepted into this project, they need to focus on 8 domains of livability. And the World Health Organization defines these as outdoor spaces and buildings, transportation, housing, social participation, respect and social inclusion, civic participation and employment, communication and information, and community and health services. The Age-Friendly Delaware County project goal is to assess our existing resources in how they apply to these 8 domains. We identify gaps, develop county goals, and encourage partners to prioritize recommendations within their agencies. It's truly a collaborative project that will engage all facets of community partners. SourcePoint recently hired a full-time age-friendly coordinator, Jackie Haight, who will oversee the process of creating an action plan and work with community partners to coordinate age-friendly projects and programs. In partnership with the Delaware General Health District, community surveys were mailed to participants, residents 55 and older throughout the county. We had a 51% response rate on our surveys coming back. It was a 75-question survey, so it was a long survey.
Really amazing.
We did have some comments that it was a long survey, but they returned those. And so on May 8th, we're really excited to host a reveal of the data, and the Health District will be coming to Source Point at 9 a.m. Everyone's invited to attend to see what the data shows us, and that will be our starting point for developing the action plan. So as we move into the future, we will put together committees, task forces, focus groups focused on these 8 domains to work through the process of developing the action plan and help Delaware County become truly age-friendly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we hope this will become a community-wide effort, working with townships and villages, cities, you folks here at the county, and a broad array of other community organizations. This is kind of May 8th will be the first step, and then we will go ahead with developing those plans, and we really want to have the input and involvement of everybody that would be interested. So I hope that you'll be able to come or send somebody to the kickoff on May 8th. And
What
I'll be
time
happy-
is it?
9 a.m., right? Yep.
9 a.m.
That will be at Source Point.
At Source Point, okay. Great. Are the townships aware of this?
Yes, they've been
Okay. Okay, great. Oh, that's great.
So that's all I have to say. I appreciate you giving us the time to shine a little light on this, and be happy if you have any questions, be happy to try to answer them.
Just really a few comments, Bob. So there will not be a 28th year for you.
Not at Source Point.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, let's hope, yeah. So anyway, given that you're not going to be at Source Point next year, I wanted to thank you for all you've done for Source Point and those 27 years of creating really an amazing organization. And this age-friendly project is just one more example of the leadership that Source Point is providing to our senior community. Just a couple other thoughts on, you know, the awareness of the senior success we've had in Delaware County, you know, with the population and all the programs and everything. I think there's a few things. You know, we're seeing a lot more retirement home projects, you know, in the community, and I think that reflects that we've got a growing population of seniors who want, you know, retirement-style home communities, and those are doing very well, and they're growing and rapidly, you know, expanding. The Lifelong Learning Institute has started at High Westland. I assume you're probably aware of that. That's a neat project that will offer ongoing, very low-cost education by experts on a whole variety of topics, which is really neat and very much in the senior community targeted that group. So that's very successful. And again, I'd like to thank Source Point. I mean, you guys do a great job. I think a big part of why the community, the senior community in particular, is growing is because of Source Point, and they recognize what an asset it is and all the programs and support they provide. So again, thank you for all that, and maybe you'll still come for the 28th presentation, even as a citizen.
That's right.
I may still show up here once in a
That's
while.
right.
Great.
So,
I certainly hope so, and I second that too, Bob. I mean, you've just done a terrific job with Source Point, and it's, you know, in the volunteer activities, and I'm sure this is true with Commissioner Benton too, and Commissioner Merrill, we do a lot, we work with a lot of different groups, and Source Point, the name comes up so often. Source Point, they're involved, they're doing this, they're doing that. I mean, your outreach into the community is exceptional, and it's just much appreciated. And thank you for reciting all the great things that on Older Americans Month, because that's something that we really forget, and it's such a plus. So good luck to your efforts too on the age-friendly project. That's great. We'll have someone there on the 8th too. But thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and you know, I tend to get the credit, but there's a whole big team of people that have worked really hard over the years to get us to where we are, and that's where the credit ought to go. And yes, we have been involved with Ohio Wesleyan and lifelong learning. We're real excited about that. I look around the table, the people that are making that happen, and they're mostly older folks. And so that kickoff is May 4th, which is Saturday, and then next fall we're going to have a whole semester full of classes. So
that's
we are
great.
excited about that.
Gosh, oh, excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you very much. Okay, we can proceed.
Resolution number 19-379, in the matter of approving the grant for the 2019 Delaware County Trail Assistance Program.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Dana Gehring, Economic Development Coordinator. This is for the 2019 application period for the Trail Assistance Program, not to be confused with the ones we approved a couple weeks ago. That was the 2018 application period. We had 2 applications, and the Delaware County Trail Committee recommends to approve the Village of Sunbury project. The application by Berkshire Township was requesting funding for 2020. So that's why we're recommending the Sunbury project at this point in time.
What are the 2 projects again, specifically?
The Village of Sunbury recommended a project for the Fallen Heroes area.
Right.
Over there, they're going to build a trail that would eventually, it's a piece of a project to connect into their village square.
Great.
Yep.
Good.
Berkshire Township, I think, was the second piece for their Rome Corners project as well, which would connect their village hall to the park that's down that road.
Okay.
Yep.
The Sunbury one, is that an extension or piece of the completion of the Ohio to Erie Trail?
It'll
Erie Trail.
connect into the Ohio to Erie Trail eventually.
So, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that's one more piece of that, completing that trail.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, it's good to hear.
Right. Any other discussion vote?
Vote on motion 19-379. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis.
Aye. Thank you.
Resolution number 19-380, in the matter of a transfer of appropriation for the county auditor.
So moved.
Second, discussion?
So today I'm going to be playing county auditor. Brad Lutz, Director of Business Operations. So we have a transfer of appropriations here. It's within the general fund. It's staying within the same department, and it's a non-payroll line item. Simply just moving monies from one non-payroll line item to another to pay for some supplies and whatnot. So it's not an item of any concern from a budgetary standpoint.
All righty, vote.
Vote on motion 19-380. Mr. Merrill, still absent. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-381, reconvening of the public hearing for consideration of a petition from the Board of Berlin Township Trustees requesting a vacation of Township Road 123A in Berlin Township, Delaware County, Ohio, under special procedures of RC 5553.045.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 19-381. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-382, in the matter of continuing the public hearing for consideration of petition from the Berlin Township Board of Trustees requesting vacation of Township Road 123A in Berlin Township, Delaware County, Ohio, under the special procedures of RC 5553.045 until April 29th, 2019 at 9:45 a.m.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 19-382. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
That brings us, I believe, to administrative reports.
Okay.
Morning, Commissioners. Just wanted to report if you've, the last few days, if you've seen extra activity of our EMS staff. They're doing their annual core competency testing in the Court Street building.
Oh, I wondered,
Yeah,
saw
they
people going in and out.
Yeah, they work with, Dr. Panchel and our EMS leadership has established some training for the core skills that they do in their job duties. They asked me to participate, but I was thinking I might fail that testing, but I'm definitely going to go over after session to check it out a little bit more. But anyway, just wanted to update you guys there that they're going through that annual testing program, which is, I think, a great program that leadership
Yes.
and medical director put in place, so.
Great. Commissioner Benton?
Just a couple things. I'll hold a couple things for Monday. Got the subcommittee annual meeting, or board retreat today and tomorrow. Legislative update tomorrow with Representative Carfagna and Senator Brenner. And then I noticed in the latest jobs report that Delaware County is at 2% unemployment, which is the lowest in the state. Union County was 2.9, just thought I'd point that out. But most economists consider 3.5 to 4 to be full employment. We're even significantly below that. So that just kind of emphasizes our job workforce challenges that we have as a county, which again is a good challenges to have. But it is, we're at full employment plus in Delaware County, and things are looking great. So, anyway, that's all I got.
Okay. I'll hold some of my stuff for Monday, too. The only thing I do want to announce from Delaware County Emergency Management, so you'll know about this ahead of time, the dedication ceremony for the Delaware State Park Safe Room will be held on Thursday, May 9th at 2 p.m. Everyone is invited. And that's all I have.
I actually did have one other thing I want to mention.
Sure.
The Cohatch is opening another location in Polaris, and they're having their ribbon cutting on
really?
Saturday.
Okay.
I think that's just a fascinating concept. Of course, the one here in Delaware opened a month and a half ago.
Right.
And anyway, again, Polaris, there's one opening in Polaris.
Right, yeah.
So-
I think the entrepreneurial centers too, with recent retirees who want to maybe form their own businesses and work with others, come into an office, out of an office, but not have to, pay any big rental costs.
Right.
That's,
Shared services.
Yeah, the shared services, right.
Yep. Great concept.
Yeah.
Doing
it's
well.
good. Okay, that is it, and we are now adjourned.